Hello YouTube. This is it's a bit of an impromptu video. I thought let me do some specific training, which I haven't done in a while. So what we'll do, we'll look at a recent game that I lost. One blunder, game report. Let's check out the puzzles. So it's a double rook, passed pawn, rooks on the 7th. So I'm going to look at those three puzzles. Can I remember them? That is the question. Where are we going? Do we go back again? Puzzles. So be custom. It's always passed pawns with me. I'm terrible. Let's have a look. Rooks on the 7th, passed pawn. I think it was double rooks, wasn't it? Doubled rooks. Let's do those. Let's reduce the rating because although I'm 700 and something, the puzzles that I struggle with are definitely at the lower level. So I guess let's start there. Let's get 10. Let's get 10 of these done. Some of these I think I've potentially done in the past, but obviously not proficient in that skill set. So the first one is double rooks. Where are we? Black to move. So does my rook just take the knight? Is that a 784 difficulty? What am I missing? Is that it? It's not. Retry. Wow. I am terrible at this. How is that not the solution? Because a pawn can take it? Like a pawn can take the knight? Is that better? It is. And then I take. Wow. Yeah, well, there you go. That just proves my point. How much help I need with this. Right, puzzle number 2. Rooks on the 7th. Black to move. I see a check, but I just get taken. Queen to h8 looks about right. I like the look of that. Great stuff. Great stuff. Puzzle number 3. Black to move. Doubled rooks. So it's going to be 3 attempts to go to the back rank, which means that it's this kind of a puzzle. Okay, those I can pick up now. I have a good appreciation of those. Never get them in a game, but there it is. Is this 4? Is this 3 or 4? I think it's 4. Let's call it 4. Puzzle number 4, passed pawns. White to move. I see a check. No? Yeah, so I see a check on d6 with the queen. Could it be anything else, or do I just... I'm meant to just take the bishop. I don't see anything wrong with taking the bishop. It'll mean I'm a piece up. I don't see what would be wrong with that. Although queen to d6, king has to go to the 8th rank, and then I could send my rook up there for check mate, I believe. I'm not mistaken. Marvelous. Good stuff. So this is number 5. We're just assuming this is the 5th one. Passed pawns. So as a queen, I'm thinking take that pawn. But as we know, it's never that easy. So we need to look at something else. Does the pawn attack the queen? don't think she does. Or he does. I don't know what gender pawns are, to be fair. Where else can this... So it's not as simple as taking the pawn. So what is a threat? What threat am I trying to avoid? See, this is difficulty 818. I can feel the difference, I think. I still think I take the bishop. No, then the queen takes back, so that's not it. So maybe I take the pawn. Maybe I take the pawn. I don't know. Or I attack the queen with my f-pawn. This is a good. I'm going to take the pawn because I don't see anything else that makes sense for the queen. Nothing really makes sense for the rooks. Unless I'm wild, well, I generally wildly miss things. I knew that wasn't be correct. Oh. Okay. This is painful, isn't it? Do I just attack the queen with my pawn? Because I'm desperately running out of ideas. That was it. That's upsetting. That was ridiculous. You can't even go back, can you, to figure out? You could analyze. Should we try analysis? So why? Oh, what's going on here? Why would the queen? Okay. Yeah, the exchange on G7 doesn't work. Okay. That makes sense. Reset. How do I go back? Brilliant. So what's that? Are we on number 6 now? I think we're on 6. So am I just going back to H4 with the queen? No. You're taking the knight with the pawn. That's what we're doing. Oh, it's not. It's not even that either. Am I going to H6? Oh gosh. And then takes. Wow. And that was 477. Yeah, my tactics are terrible. No wonder I needed to train it because I am terrible. So this is number 7. Difficulty 828. Black to move. Rook's on the 7th. Where's this rook going? So the question is it the C rook or the F rook? And I think it's rook's on the 7th. So we check. Yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure what happens if the king tries to go back the other direction. Oh, interesting. You bring the queen in at one point. That makes sense. Okay, so number 8. Passed pawn. See, I want to take that knight. That rook. Sorry, take the rook and then just send my c pawn to the motherland. Absolutely. Run like the wind, you'll get there first. Fantastic. So, was that 7 or 8? Oh, okay. We'll do 3 more. We'll do 3 more and call this number 1. Should have had a piece of paper, really. Right, rooks on the 7th. So I've only got 1 rook on the 7th. Rank. What can be done here? We've got a queen on that diagonal. Interesting. With a bishop behind her. So that's looks a bit like a battery, but that his queen, his rook, his light squared bishop, they're all very well placed. However, queen to I thought queen to f7 is not the answer. And the rook taking the a7 pawn isn't an option. So I feel like I'm going to be delivering some kind of check on f7, but I need to get rid of the bishop on e6 first. And that's not it. Queen takes knight. Rook takes queen. Bishop takes rook. Check. And then there's a bunch of options. Surely. I don't see how that was it, because if he puts his light squared bishop to block, one, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm up a piece. I did not calculate that. One, 2. Oh, right. I am up a piece. Wow. That's how terrible my calculations are, clearly. So we've got 2 more. Next. Okay, I'm thinking either the rook takes the bishop or the queen goes to f7. Queen to f7. Yep, that gets a back rank mate, I believe. Okay, last one coming up. It's been tough. It has been tough. Definitely sticking with the easier puzzles, because if I'm struggling with those, the harder ones aren't going to make sense being done. So, what do we have? Black to move, okay. Down a piece. Went past pawn. Yeah, I don't see my pawns attacking anything. Okay. It's some kind of fork if queen takes. The pawn on... Oh yeah, wow. He's I don't know, is that a great move? I was thinking... Oh no, it is bishop takes, then queen takes, I think. It's not great, because then it's a queen versus a whole lot of other stuff. Yeah, that's not great. Unless pawn to h3, I guess. That's interesting. I wonder why the rook went there. Back. So what were the rook options? Okay. If the king goes to g1, it's not that bad. King goes to g1. Do I take the rook or the knight? I'll probably take the knight. I guess I definitely end up evening up the score somehow with checks. We'll do one more for luck because I can't remember if I was meant to do one more. So this is the last one. Rook's on the 7th, black to move. It looks like I delivered. Oh, he's got a rook on e8. Ooh, black to move. So what, do I take the bishop? Is that the name of the game? Or deliver a check with the bishop. Yeah. King moves and then rook takes rook. Is that how it works? Brilliant. And that was 855 difficulty. No idea. Needless to say, there is an absolute ton of training that needs to be done. I see why people do tactics daily, because even the easy ones appear difficult. So a long way to go, but some training done. Hopefully I'll remember some of that, and I'll be able to use something in a game soon. Until then, bid you adieu.